Today I will be ranking 4 of author Karen M.McManus' books. One of Us is Lying, One of Us is Next, Two Can Keep a Secret, and The Cousins. Warning, there will be quite a few spoilers in this video, so if you haven't read the books, then don't watch this video. Unless you want to. Firstly, One of Us is Lying. This book was so popular that it got turned into a Netflix show. And I have watched the show and read the book. And I would say it's pretty good. I love the plot and I love the characters, like all the characters in the book. But my favorite has to be Addie Prentice and Maeve Rojas. I think Addie's character development throughout the whole story, as she evolved from just Jake's girlfriend into a whole person herself, is really touching. And to see her stand up for herself is really heartwarming. And I love the relationship Bronwyn and Maeve has with each other. Bronwyn is a very dedicated sister to Maeve, who's quite fragile, but yeah. As for the plot twist, which is the person who killed Simon was Jake, who was Addie's boyfriend, I did not see that coming. However, I feel like it was definitely out of nowhere, because I think it's quite weird that Jake and Simon suddenly could talk to each other and they plot all of this. But I just think it was really unexpected and I loved it. I would give it a 7 out of 10. Next up is the sequel of One of Us is Lying, One of Us is Next. I loved this story. It was much more developed than One of Us is Lying. I like that the new main character was Maeve, and I like to see her perspective on her surroundings and how she was battling her disease. She was terrified of her childhood cancer relapsing. Very happy that she was able to overcome it with the help of Nate, who is her sister's boyfriend. And I really think the relationship of the characters was much more realistic and heartwarming, and I love to see their teamwork. I definitely did not expect the ending. It was hinted throughout the book, especially towards the end. When it really hit you, it's just like, oh, it is what it is. And I loved all of the characters in it. I really think it was such a good book, and I could not put it down while I was reading it. So I would give it an 8.7 out of 10. Next up is The Cousins. This was the second book I read from Karen, and I really liked it. They immediately started with a mystery, which was why were their parents banished from their house. With no reason and explanation, they were just kicked out of their Gull Cove Island that they grew up on. Throughout reading, it really made you think about all the possible theories on why they were kicked out. And I did come up with a few stories of my own, but the ending was definitely not what I expected. Also, while you were reading the book, Teresa was just portrayed as this really nice and sweet angel woman, but to see her suddenly become the villain was definitely shocking. I had my mouth agape just reading the whole plot twist, and I really enjoyed the ending. For Aubrey, I like to see her character development, trying to stand up to her father and become more independent of her father. I do wish they got some more justice than they did, because in the end they barely got any inheritance because their house was burnt down, and I feel like that was very disappointing. But not everyone can get a happy ending. I give The Cousins a 8.9 out of 10. Last but not least, Two Can Keep a Secret, which is my favorite book by Karen. I absolutely loved the whole entire story. It was quite boring in the beginning, but after that the build-up was just coming right after each other, just a bunch of plot twists and stuff. And I did not suspect the murder at all, although at the end he was a bit suspicious. But when he suddenly locked up Ellery, I was so shocked, and my heart was beating, and it was just such an adrenaline rush, and I really liked this plot twist. I loved the characters, and I loved that they all had relationships with each other, and their relationships are very important to building up the plot of the story. and I just love this book overall, and I give it a 9.5 out of 10. I would definitely read it again. Hey, that rhymed. That is all for the books that I have read. I'm so excited to read this one next, You'll Be the Death of Me. And she's also releasing a book soon called Nothing More to Tell, and I'm definitely looking forward for that. Thank you. Bye.